In obedience to the Lord, I placed the brochures, as I was directed, on the table in the back of the auditorium. After the meeting, I noticed that they were all gone. When we returned to Manchester, I received an email from a lady named Christine Redding. She wrote, "I picked up your brochure at the church. I am so excited about what you are doing in Uganda. I've been traveling for over 15 years to do ministry in Tororo, Uganda. When I returned home with your brochure, I had a dream. In the dream, I was in my kitchen preparing food for guests, but the food wasn't enough. Then you appeared in my dream, standing beside me in my kitchen. You joined me in my work, and as we worked together, there was enough food for my guests. I feel we must talk. Please tell me where you are staying in Manchester. I will drive over to see you." She did. As Christine and I sat and talked that day, I showed her the photo of the happy, elderly, toothless widow and her cow. She said, "Ruth, do you mean that one cow can bring that much joy and provision for a family?" I assured her that it could, and it does. I said, "That widow looks younger, is in better health, and is able to care for her family because of that single cow." When Christine returned home, she emailed me again saying, "Ruth, I have the money to buy 5 cows for widows. But how do you travel to those places?" I explained that I used public transportation, bicycles, motorbikes, private transportation, and quite often walked long distances, especially in places where there were no roads. She answered, "God will bless you. Soon you will own a car so you can get to them quickly." I returned home rejoicing with the money to buy 5 cows. Upon my arrival, we bought 5 cows and distributed them to 5 districts. We were ecstatic to have cows in 6 districts. Here is the process. When a cow gives birth, the owner of the cow keeps the calf and gives the cow to another needy widow. It's like a chain of blessing. They know that the cow they own is not theirs alone, but for the entire group. One day, Christine called from the UK and asked, "Ruth, why not consider piglets?" I thought, that would be great. One sow can give birth to as many as 8 or 10 piglets. So we began raising money to buy piglets for widows in the villages. Before long, we had bought and distributed 120 piglets to the widows in the villages. They were greatly encouraged. When the piglets grew and gave birth, they could sell the young ones and earn income. In 2006, Christine Redding encouraged us to buy land and build a center. I told her that was something in my long-range vision. It would be a place where people could come and cultivate the land for food, pray, share, and be discipled. It would also be a place where we could build a home for homeless elderly widows, many of whom are incapable of cultivating land and growing their own food to live out their lives with dignity. God soon provided the money, and we bought 10 acres of land. The widows were excited when we explained to them that this land was theirs. About that time, the Lord also provided us with a minibus, a van, to enable us to go to the villages to distribute food and clothing more quickly and easily. We built a 2-room building on the new land, 1 room for the ministry office and the other for the supplies and equipment necessary to tend the land. From there, we built 2 rooms for our workers and started a pig project. One widow, a friend of mine, gave us 1 cow, and we bought a second one. The cows and the pigs began to give birth, and God began to spread the blessings around. As I write this book today, we have cows in 12 districts. Christine sent over sewing machines, which we will set up in Mityana district. There they have a cow, piglets, a sewing center and workshop where widows are taught to sew. We also bought 3 goats for our widows in Busi, which is an island in the Wakiso district. We continue to pray over the widows, provide counseling for them, and encourage them. We have an office for our ministry headquarters on William Street in Kampala City. The building is called Get In House. That's where widows gather for prayer, to be prayed for, to be encouraged, informed, and inspired.